Welcome to the United States Croquet Association AC National Championships held in April of 2021 in Venice, Florida at the Sarasota County Croquet Club. Your tournament director is Jeff Soo, ably assisted by his wife Eileen. And the tournament manager is Hans Peterson, president of the Sarasota County Croquet Club. I'm grateful to Paul Neubecker for providing this video footage, as well as a lot of others that you'll see in the coming days. This is Game 3 of a semifinal match between Stephen Morgan and Matthew Essick. They've each won one by the scores you see, and by my account, they've now played 30 times. Matthew is ahead 21-9. All three games have now started with a super shot. Take a look at Chris Clark's exhaustive discussion of super shots and possible responses in Beyond Expert Croquet. He suggests just outside of corner 2 or maximum distance for this super shot position. Stephen's going a little bit south of maximum distance, I think. This shot, of course, allows the third turn break off the super shot if he hits, and basically joins up if he misses, forcing the fourth turn ball to hit something. But it does leave a little bit of a double target, which Stephen is setting up for. From this position, Stephen made an uneventful break through hoop 6, and we pick up the action with him ready to roquet red his partner and send it as a pioneer to 2-back.
And you're right. If he kept that 3 fens, it would be way tougher. Did they cut everything, or they have a few sets of 3 fens? Wow.
With both opponent balls at 1-back, Matthew would definitely do a new standard or a mom standard leave, but Stephen favors diagonal spreads.
But you didn't have Victoria Albrecht playing Patrick Boyle. I'm not trying to be denigrating at all. No. I'm just telling you.
You're doing a really good job of it. Take credit where credit is due. There's one thing to remember. In the land of the blind, blind man's king.
Stephen needs to send one of those opponent balls to the peg and use the other to get up to 2-back and then send it over to 3-back while he makes 2-back off partner. They're so close together that trying to just tap blue and send it to the peg from there is going to make that difficult. His solution is to create the space that he needs by rushing blue to position and then taking off back to black. And it makes his first attempt to position blue at the peg for the diagonal spread much more effective.
You go from a 3-pound. My ball is considered heavy. A 3-pound. And it really feels like it's much more. No problem. You got to go through in the right direction. That always looks great. Great. Michael? Well, that's only for 1. There's black 1 and black 3.
Legacy, you're way far behind. I would be a little, what do you say, Sharif? I'd say you're a little too far behind. Too far behind.
Okay.
Because all that's going to happen, all Black's going to do, he's going to keep hitting you. Whatever corner you go to, he's going to eventually hit him. That's a possible. Yeah. I did that yesterday.
You can rest the mallet head on the ground, but not the shaft.
Pretty good for 7 or 8 hoops. That's a good strategy.
And because the parity is right, here's his second opportunity to fine-tune the peg ball and the diagonal spread.
All the balls, and once I got the 2, it was easy. And that was my last shot. Luke hit in. I set a beautiful lead. Luke hit in. He went to the bag, begged me out. Now, he couldn't beg me out. I was a spent ball. He needed to give it to his partner. But now he won. They were both blue. So he wanted them to play 1-on-1.
you know,
I only play. It's the first game I've ever played where I only got one point.
I'm normally very strict about playing by the rules and better. You have to loosen your fingertips, but you got somebody like Soo. I play with Betty all the time. She can get in the game, she can't make those two.
The other day she ran 6 wickets.
Yeah, there you go. So, I mean, John's supposed to be in charge of the 5 innings and the rest. Neither one of them are anywhere near the top.
Actually, I think Stewart did.
Well, that's the game we're playing tonight.
They're playing against people with bad leads.
It really distorts and screws up the game. You know, I mean, it's what you do. It's very, very difficult. Yeah. And you can't set up for the because your opponent just comes over and grabs the ball. So what you do is they'll do is 9, 12, and 3. Maybe they'll have an on-time triple opportunity. He tripled last game, didn't he? Jeff? I think Jeff tripled last game.
He's finishing his lead. First break.
So in fourth turn, Steven hits in with yellow, makes 9, lays a very nice diagonal spread. And here comes Matthew's new pre-shot routine.
I think I'd be really rough if I played with my now.
I'm not really sure why he's picking up blue, but it may be because black is so far out on the lawn that it'll be a little difficult for Steven to join up with and get a rush to hoop 1 off of. And it's a great hoop 2 pioneer if he hits. So much for that being difficult.
They taper down. Starting, once you start going down, they start tapering to the point. Yeah, they're
Got an Allen wrench up there.
they're as big as they have, and I don't know what they are. The point is, this is the main thing. This is solid.
I don't know. I'm looking at it, but I don't think it's moving parts. I know, they have on the read.
Patty Chapman's chapter on triple peels in the new book, Beyond Expert Croquet, is worth reading for a lot of reasons, but this is one of them. Instead of a Hogan roll where you have to pick up the corner 4 ball out of hoop 1, you can do it out of hoop 2 if you give yourself a rush back to around hoop 4 after hoop 2. I don't know if Steven has that in mind or not, but that ball out in the middle is in pretty good position to make that 3/4 roll out of corner 4 straight forward. All of which, of course, is just to bring the triple back on time instead of delayed, which is going to be now.
That's what I read in the newspaper. Shots.
Leaving the escape ball behind. The hoop 4 Pioneer yellow could have been closer to the hoop. It's not so much that yellow's position makes it hard to make the hoop. It's that it makes it challenging to get the right rush after you make 4 back. And the wily aficionados will know that putting yellow there on the west side of 4 is not a problem. In fact, it can be preferred. Not to be a broken record, but once again, long, accurate rushes like that are what separate these guys from the rest of us.
Shot.
And now to position the hoop 6 Pioneer for the 4 back peel before 6 instead of after 5, because it'll be his 4th shot after he makes 5 when he tries the peel.
Draw in towards the middle of the court on that side, and so I made it hard trying to I realized as soon as I shot, I should have like lagged over there. It's what it's gonna be. I'm playing close to it, so I need to do that. I mean, it looks. Yeah. Hey, sure. I should have shot through it on the flag. I had to shoot yellow.
And on the fourth shot after making hoop 5, we have the first attempt at the 4-back peel and a delayed triple. Looks like he was trying to stay short of the object ball so he could rush it into corner 3, send it to 2 back while he was preparing to rush peel yellow. So let's see what plan B is. So the Peely is the 2-back pioneer, and he'll bring it back down to penult after he makes 2 bag.
Oh, no. Thought I was gonna sleep on him. How's the games going? Steven running as well?
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna pull off the triple. It's got one of the fields. I just don't know if there's enough time. I don't know.
You peeled yellow through fullback?
Yeah.
Yellow nicely positioned for the penult peel, as long as he can get in a skate ball position before he makes 3 bag. And this will need to be that escape ball.
Paul, has he peeled yellow through four-back?
Yeah.
That's it.
Nicely done. He'd really like a rush on blue out of 3 back. Not quite. And now blue's right where he wants it in case he stuffs yellow and has to rush peel it after he makes 4 back. Unfortunately, he can't shoot at yellow. So it'll take a straight double to finish.
What I want him to do, Bob, is I want him to go back to yellow. Yellow while taking position, pull back and make 4 back. That's the shot I want. That's good. No, it's going to have to go straight double. Put that too far.
Oh my goodness. I think it's fair to say this is the first mistake in this game. If you define a mistake as an unforced error, we don't count missed lift shots as mistakes. Can you make one mistake and still win? That's the question.
Oh, just all kinds of bad things.
Steven's dead on black, but because Matthew has a lift, he's going to try some sort of scatter shot. That was not what he intended. So, can you make 2 mistakes and still win? Against me, no problem. Against Matthew, we'll just have to see. Needless to say, he was not planning on taking yellow to the peg and pegging it out because Steven's back ball only has 3 hoops left to make.
Oh, he accidentally peeled yellow through there?
Yeah.
Is that what happened? I didn't notice that.
From this position, Matthew ran an uneventful 4-ball break to hoop 6, where we pick him up getting ready to make his leave.
Good. So happy to have the chance.
You have fun at Croquet? Great experience.
I like people.
In terms of parity, Matthew knows that Stephen would prefer to lift the 4-back ball than the rover ball. So he's going to leave red here in hopes that yellow will be left in place, wired at hoop 4, so that his triple is marginally easier. On the phone earlier, Matthew explained that he doesn't really try to put this ball on the stanchion of one back unless it just falls into place, because nobody's going to take the lift shot from the end of B-block to that ball halfway between the boundary and one back, because if missed, it makes it so easy for the other player to get his triple going from that position. He prefers the new standard lead because the diagonal spread in no way forces the other player to play any specific ball.
Trying to scatter go to the boundary just to make it a little harder for him to build, but I've been hit center. Well, yeah, but yellow wasn't rushable to 1, so picking up blue would make things more difficult. I'm good, thank you.
Good, Paul?
Yeah.
What's going over here on this game? Is it over? Dominated.
Didn't get quite the cut he wanted over toward 3-back.
No, it's fine. It's hard though. It's hard. I mean, it's obviously gonna be able to get This might not be able to get blue where he wants it. That wasn't very good either.
Yeah, that my session with my therapist. Thank you. That'll be $300. All right.
He's an escape artist. Uh-oh.
That will make it very difficult to place yellow with any precision around hoop 4 and get the right wiring, so he'll bail out to something else. That was probably 3 or 4 minutes of going back and forth and lining things up before Matthew made a final decision. It's the kind of precision that's required when he and Steven play each other. Probably a waste of time in most of my games. And in a defensive leave like this, he will not give his back ball an on-court rush because it's too risky. And that said, though, that yellow ball is sitting out there rushable to hoop one should Steven miss. These guys both want to win, but they've played so much at such a high level that they're also very committed to pushing each other to getting better all the time so that they perform better on the international stage. Matthew has a triple to win, but because Steven's on rover and 4 back, he can't afford any mistake. As we've said before, one goal at this level is to hit mostly drives and stop shots. The only reason for that roll shot was he wants to come back and pick up the ball at hoop 4 now. And with a really good pioneer at 4, he'll be able to try to keep this triple on time coming out of 2. Just for grins, I looked up their statistics on the grading site. Matthew has done 139 triples, 13 TPOs, and 3 sextuples, and has a 74% winning percentage in 498 games. Steven has done 69 triples and has a 59% winning percentage in 497 games. Matthew is first in the U.S. and 5th in the world. Steven is 6th in the U.S. and about 42nd in the world. Of course, unless they keep the records themselves, there's no way to know what percentage of triples they start they manage to finish. That's a favorite Wiley maneuver, trying to cannon the Peely into position. Didn't quite work though, so he'll set it up for a delayed triple, probably after 5 or before 6. He didn't play for this rush because he wants to do the peel now. He did it so that he could place the escape ball that he's going to use to make 6 after the peel from a much closer position. The wily approach to putting this triple back on time is to put the red ball near the north boundary where you can pick it up after you make 6. Patty Chapman in Beyond Expert Croquet suggests that that's out of favor these days and that red ball should go exactly where Matthew's going to put it so that it's a more flexible one-back pioneer. Ooh, he could do an Aspinall peel here. He has an escape ball. I've never gotten one on video. Probably never will because it's way too risky. Patty Chapman has a lovely demonstration of an Aspinall peel on YouTube. And that's the rush that Stephen wanted when he did his triple. I usually cut this stuff out, but here comes Eileen Soo, Jeff's wife, without whom his job would be a lot harder as tournament director. He already has a two-back Pioneer, so he can put the Peely near Penalt in this stroke. But it's not easy. Yeah, he's lining up for the death roll. As long as the Peely hits the hoop, that's an acceptable result. He's just going to leave the Peely in position this time.
Same thing that happened to Steve.
Same thing that happened to Steven. I can't believe he wouldn't shoot at the Peely if he could see it. And now a straight double to finish. Place an escape ball and hope for an Irish peel. Well done. No, no. Options. Drag roll, put both balls through the hoop and finish. You can do that because you can hit a ball you're dead on in AC. You cannot, however, double tap it because it's not a Croquet. 2, clean jump shot. Come back and use yellow to cannon black through the hoop and then finish after that. The link above is to a game where Reg Bamford finished the sextuple that way against Pete Trimmer at Hurlingham. As you can tell, that was not option 3. The option 3 I was going to suggest was maybe just get out of Dodge. There was no way he was going to do that because Steven could have then just set a leave that would let him finish. As it is, Steven is likely to finish anyway. By my calculation, that's basically only the second mistake, maybe the third, has been made in this game. Let's see whether Steven can make it the last mistake. I think he came down on this side of the hoop to shoot it blue because it really wasn't fully in the jaws, and this is a much safer shot. Give him a hoop if it gets you a break, even if that hoop is rover. And now all he needs is a good rush on yellow to 4 back.
Third time. All right. Good hit. Oh, he doesn't miss a lot of those.
That's what I said.
So it's 10s, boy. It's 10. Just like this one.
Oh, look, you can't get on that mental. It's true.
Yeah, he's going mad at himself.
I think whoever uses this one is going to get.
Might be counting on me not to hit that shot. To the head.
He might be trying to figure out where to put it, where he can, wire.
Position in yellow for the rover peel.
You want to get the best rush possible up into the corner if I can. No, he's already done the rotation.
It's pretty good.
had that one. That one felt good. They all felt good. Too long. I should shot it. No, water. Up on the ground. Go.
You had any water, Jim? You had
I had enough salt to make it cup. I had one of those because of that.
Looks like he's close enough for an Irish peel.
Steven's about to do his golden field.
He's got a good semifinal too.
It's,
Ooh, Steven. No, he has no sideball. That's why he's
A little close to a problem. Wiley advises against doing this unless that ball is right on top of the hoop. I think yellow's position definitely qualifies, though.
great shot.
And, of course, rushing yellow into the peg on this shot would lose him the game. Stephen Morgan over Matthew Essick, 26-24, 2 games out of 3, earning him the right to meet Jeff Soo in the final match of the 2021 USCA AC National Championships. And as Matthew suggested when we talked about it on the phone, in this game it's the order of mistakes, not the number of mistakes that matters. But even in my games where you need all your fingers and toes to count the mistakes, the last mistake loses.